get started?
Yeah. Let's go.
Woohoo! Hello, everyone. Welcome to PIXAR Panic. This is our filler week. We are taking a break to prepare ourselves for the Final Four and maybe even rewatch these movies. But let's have a brief recap of the Elite Eight first. To start things off, WALL-E proves itself worthy of the #1 overall seed once again. It beat up 192 to 79.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, poor Carl. Poor Ellie.
I wasn't expecting it to be that big of an upset, but I mean, WALL-E has proven to be one of those timeless Pixar films ever, so I guess I can't be too surprised.
Yeah, I guess.
Would it really be an upset if it's the #1 seed? WALL-E did not surpass Toy Story's single round vote, but it did, I think, take over as the most combined vote. And
Cool.
then below that, we have another big upset. Monsters, Inc. defeated Inside Out 169 to 53.
Oh boy.
I cannot believe it was that. That's the most surprising one to me. That it was that big of an upset. I guess maybe the memes helped it out.
Is Monsters Inc. going to be the Emperor's New Groove of Pixar Panic?
Well, it's getting it's getting close to there because you've already got the classic playing the theme song but bass boosted.
Yeah, it has popularity. Now we go up to the next quadrant. It's another upset by seed. The Incredibles defeated Toy Story 1 141 to 87.
No! Oh no!
Very close by our standards.
I rewatched Toy Story recently and I liked it, but I'm still happy Incredibles won.
Yeah, I could have gone either way with this one. It's a pretty nice matchup. And then lastly, Ratatouille defeated Finding Nemo 138.
No!
I'm not sure how to feel about that one.
That one makes. I am so happy right now.
I think I ended up voting for Finding Nemo in the end.
It's crazy. Every single film I voted for this week has moved on. I'm just this feels great. Sorry guys.
Complete opposite for me. Every film I voted for got knocked out. In the words of Mr. Huff from The Incredibles, I'm not happy, Wes. Not happy.
I am hurting. I am hurting so bad.
I feel so bad for Inside Out.
How many votes did Finding Nemo get?
On the leaderboard of those who submitted, I am tied with Carrick. But Carrick, if you manage to surpass me, I'll let you have the free request.
Ooh.
I think.
How many votes did Finding Nemo get?
85 for the Elite Eight.
Dang.
I think Ratatouille is my only Final Four pick that made it in.
Yeah, we get the Battle of the Bird round 2. We get 2 Brad Birds, 1 Pete Doctor, 1 Andrew Stanton, and nothing for John Lasseter. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Thanks. Bye.
I was trying to do the Mean Girls reference and nothing for Gretchen Wieners.
I will say this, Andrew Stanton, in my opinion, even though I just think WALL-E's a good movie, Andrew Stanton's probably the guy Pixar I have the most respect for alongside Joe Round. Upon doing research upon him, knowing what he did for films like Toy Story and A Bug's Life and stuff like Finding Nemo, I have mad respect for the guy because he was he has creative storytelling in his brain.
Righteous!
Yep.
Yeah, but we'll take this into the Final Four next week.
I guess
matchups: #1 WALL-E versus #13 Monsters Inc. and #7 Incredibles versus #3 Ratatouille.
I will say if it's any consolation, at least this means John Lasseter's out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, now we discuss a part of Pixar's legacy that is equally important, but didn't have as much place here: the short. Remember, Lucas Tech Demo of the LucasArts had a company designed to sell Pixel computers, and they decided to make short. That after Howard the Duck failed, Lucas sold it all to Steve Jobs and the rest of it.
I feel.
Howard Duck for this amazing studio and this whole tournament.
I swear, one of these days, MCU is going to give that man a solo film.
Yep.
Or Duck Man.
That's a duck. That's a duck, man.
Yeah, but the first short they made was The Adventures of Andre and Wally B, which is really more like the encounter of Andre to Wally B. It uses very simple imagery and is just the bee buzzing around the guy.
And for some reason, he sounds like Donald Duck.
Yeah. That's what I always thought as a kid when I first saw that.
I never.
Just the only sound effect they had the rights to.
I never understood that creative decision.
But that silly little 4-minute short made history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like they took these characters that like they drew them first. Like these are the pure main characters. They gave them personality and the way they moved. They felt like characters like put through computer animation. I think that's what made it really like stand out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, should we focus on the theatrical shorts or should we include the feature-related one?
I'd say we can focus on like most of the shorts too, like with that one.
There are so many shorts that it's kind of hard to keep track. But
Well, okay, I propose this. We could talk about the shorts, but I feel like for now we should leave out the Toy Story and Cars like tunes, because I feel like that would make things a bit too muddled.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we did Andre. After Andre and Wally B came the company's logo, Luxo Jr.
Oh yeah, this one I remember.
Oh wait, I wanted to say one more thing about the Andre short. It's just I'll never forget the image of Andre running away from the bee. It's just like it's the most jankiest thing ever. It's so funny looking.
Yeah, I also like how pretty that short was too. Like the autumn sunlight in the forest. Like I just thought it was like nice to look at.
Yeah, especially for the when you consider the time it came out, Ed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, the mascot short.
Luxo Jr., which played before Toy Story 2 in theaters. That's where I saw it.
That's where I saw it too, especially on the VHS.
Yeah,
So,
same here.
Do you guys think that the lamps are like a parent-child relationship?
I
always thought so.
I
That's
think
because that's what it felt like to me.
that's right. You think this
So-
was influenced by Brave Little Toaster, in which a major character is a lamp?
I think so.
Who knows?
When did
Probably.
Brave Little Toaster come out?
I think the year before this, 85.
I think it was
no,
1987.
it was
actually.
87 actually.
Yeah.
So Luxo
Then
Jr.
it was
came
after.
first.
Whoa! And a lot of Pixar people did work on Brave Little Toaster, so
Wow.
Yeah, like Joe Rampt, he worked on the movie. Mhm.
yeah. The disgraced John Lasseter did too.
It's great, and listening to that short, it's really fun hearing all of the like iconic sound effects that originated right here, such as it like the little lamp shimmying, getting ready to jump up, or just like that kind of stuff.
Not just Luxo that was introduced; it was the ball. The ball was also introduced.
That's right, it was.
The fame was that the same ball that knocked Buzz out of the window?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, the O in SparkShorts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, should we talk about the SparkShorts?
We'll get there.
And like
Okay.
something I really like about the impact that the Luxo Jr. short had is that they gave life and personality to a lamp. Like he doesn't have any eyes, arms, mouth, or anything, but he moves specifically through character animation, and that's also the reason why I like the magic carpet from Aladdin. Like he didn't have any eyes or mouth, or anything, but he was just through the body movement. You totally got what his character is like, and that's the same for here.
Yeah.
This is one of the few shorts that I've actually seen like on my own as a kid. Cause most of these shorts I had to find, like I had to seek out. I never like watched them naturally, but because this short played next to Toy Story 2, and I remember watching that movie a bunch as a kid, and so this short was just packaged along with it.
Right?
Yeah, this is easily the one that I've seen the most because Toy Story 2 was like my road trip movie when I was a kid. And,
Oh, sweet.
That's a good road trip movie.
yeah.
That's a good one. But we had that, and then after Luxo came Red's Dream, which is only on the Shorts compilation.
I think I'd like to posit that It is not the movie to start the trend of being scared of clowns. I posit that this is the film that started that trend.
Right, 3 years before the original.
Because holy crap, that thing is horrifying.
No wonder they didn't show it before any movie. It's terrible.
Could you imagine Tim Curry's voice coming out of that clown?
I guess if it had like razor sharp teeth, probably.
Yeah.
That would be. I don't know. I think that would probably make the short fun as well. But
oh God,
I don't know
what if in Inside Out they made Jangles look like that?
Like, I just see Tim Curry versus Jangles too. Like, who's the birthday girl? Aha! Aha! Aha!
I watch. Tim Curry needs to be in a Pixar film. Damn it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But this short was actually kind of depressing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it was.
Like there was no happy ending for the unicycle. It just kind of like aw, and then the slow jazz music and it cut to black. Like what the heck was that?
Right, but after Red's dream comes other nightmare fuel.
Oh no!
Oh,
no.
I was dreading this short the most out of all of them.
Oh, that
Tin
freaking
Toy,
baby.
no! Tin Toy, no!
Maybe a toy too.
Wait, I just want to know, at the time, were people scared of that baby at the time? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
I can't look at it.
Like that's what
I remember watching. I remember watching this as a kid because it was packaged with Toy Story, a movie I watched every day when I was 5.
Yeah.
I think I've just become desensitized to it, but
Not in
Good
theaters, but on the VHS, it started off the.
Yes, the home release.
right.
Wait, the VHS, like, did it air before it or after? Because I had the Toy Story VHS. I don't remember seeing that short at all.
Most of the shorts before I think A Bug's Life, they were shorts that were made a while ago, but they were packaged with the film later on, which we'll also see with the film that comes after this one. But holy crap, this I want to. Maybe this is the film that inspired the whole like subplot in Toy Story 3, where all the toys are scared of the toddlers.
Yeah, like but for Tin Toy, which VHS of Toy Story was it shown? Was it shown with the original one, or was it shown with the re-release, or was it shown like after the movie?
I think it might have been shown after the movie. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it. By the way, this was Pixar's first Oscar win, Best Animated Short of 1988.
Yeah,
Neat.
and of course, like this would lead to the inspiration for Toy Story. So I gotta give it that.
Yep.
I also like the brief cameo it had in Toy Story 2 when Ham was flicking through the channels.
Yeah, and later he would appear in Toy Story 4, which I'm like, that was a very nice little cameo there.
Thank God it wasn't the baby on that TV. I remember I was watching TV and they were doing like a Pixar short marathon, and this is one of the films, and I was like eating, I think, spaghetti at the time, and I wanted to throw it up. I was that disgusted.
God.
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Yeah. After Tin Toy comes my personal favorite of these shorts, Knick Knack. It's just so funny.
I love Knick Knack. One of my favorites.
This is a nostalgic one for me, and the whole polygonal aspect of it actually works because, you know, they're knickknacks.
They are. And the snowman's attempts to just break through and concept of futility. Terry Gilliam's a big fan, and I can see why.
I love how they throw all logic out the window for this one, because like there's no reason to have TNT or like a jackhammer inside that snow globe, but it's rule of funny is what I call it.
It's a cartoon. Where do you think Bugs Bunny gets his hammers?
It's a little something we call Toon Force, and it's great.
Hammer space.
Knick Knack is one of my all-time favorites. Like, not just Pixar shorts, it's one of my favorite shorts of all time. It is just so freaking funny. I love Bobby McFerrin's music to death. I love it so much.
Bobby McFerrin? Isn't that the Don't Worry Be Happy guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, thank God he moved on to better work.
Oh, yeah.
Because this entire thing was a cappella. That's right. I like a cappella music when it's done well, because like that one Crash game that uses a cappella.
Yeah, they have the
Crash
same
with
voice
Sanity.
emphasized 3 times.
Yeah,
like,
that's the one.
Yeah, it's like Smooth McGroove. They have the same voice in like different octaves. Pretty cool.
And I love how they're able to give him so many different facial expressions with just like coal pebbles. It's really funny.
I think my favorite is the one like that he tries before like he puts that little visor on, like before he like use that match. Like this coal is like all over his face, and it just cracks me up when I see it.
Yeah, he was welding.
And like the knickknacks that are all summer themed, like keep getting growingly more and more concerned with the lengths to which he's going to.
Yeah.
And then he finally makes it, but then gets trapped back in his own globe.
Futility.
Poor guy.
See, unlike Red's dream, the fact that he doesn't have a happy ending here is fine because it's played for laughs as opposed to just being downright depressing.
Yeah.
But I could go on about Knick Knack all podcast, honestly, but then we have another short that's pretty good. Part of the back-to-back animated shorts, Jerry's Game.
Yes.
I remember absolutely adoring this one as a kid. I just loved the idea that he was playing with himself the entire time, and he basically had 2 different personalities. Thank you.
But when I saw this with my Uncle Dan, he was like, he cheated.
You cheated not only the game, you cheated yourself. Literally.
Yeah.
I feel like Jerry's Game was a lot of us during quarantine.
Right. But to see him go through that and to move so fast, that this short has some pretty good editing.
Mm-hmm. I think there is a one shot though where you see like him on one side and his arm on the other side.
Oh my gosh!
He's so fast. He in 2 places at once.
He's basically Quicksilver.
Yeah,
basically.
I also love that laugh that he does. That
it's a great laugh.
And if you recall, Jerry fixed Woody.
That's true.
Yes, I'm very happy whenever these characters get to make cameos in the actual films, and that's probably one of my favorite short cameos.
He was the highlight of the most satisfying Pixar scene ever made.
Right. Yeah.
And
we have another pretty good one.
For cleaning.
Then we have another pretty good one and another Oscar winner, For the Birds.
Yes, this is my favorite short.
Yeah.
Oh, please, pray tell.
This is my favorite PIXAR short. I love the concept. I love the music. I love how, especially when you look at some of the birds, each of them have a different personality. One like sings in its place, one is happy, one is stuffy, one is freaked out by everything. Like these 4 different birds, you can tell what they're like, even if you don't even know their names. And the Sweetie Toy sound effects I put with the birds are just freaking hysterical. I love
how the stork got the last laugh.
Yeah.
The stork just wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
And the fact that, I think the funniest part of the whole thing is when he goes on the wire with them, and they all start screaming at him, and he just, starts squawking with them, too. Cracking me up endlessly as a kid. Just that image is so funny.
And the feather effects, too. That this was new in CGI back then, but just to have all these fluffy feathers and all this floof.
My theory with that joke is that because they are different species of birds, he didn't actually know what they were saying, so he thought that they were just having fun.
Yeah,
that's my theory, at least.
And then I saw Monsters Inc. in theaters too, and I was just cracking up then as well. I think everyone in the theater roared when they got their feathers blown off.
And they all hid behind him because they knew that people were watching.
Yeah, like Jerry, that bird's laugh is like,
Right.
Oh man, I wish I'd watched more of these before this.
Yeah, and here we have the split path. We can either go with, if we take the feature-related route, we can try Mike's car. If not, we can skip ahead right to Bounding.
I can talk about Mike's new car. I remember really liking that short.
Yeah, I think at this point we could probably go in order of year release.
Yeah, we'll include the feature-related ones and save the SparkShorts for later, because I think we'll have time for that. But Mike's new car, yeah, the new car where he tries all the gadgets. It was actually Oscar nominated, which is pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
I think it's actually the only feature-related one to have been nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Right.
I also love the SpongeBob music that plays when they press the radio and stuff starts going all chaotic for them.
SpongeBob, about 85% of their soundtrack was open source, public domain, whatever.
That's why you'd hear a lot of it in Ren and Stimpy as well.
And Camp Lazlo.
Yes.
And Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I think what I appreciate about this short is just like giving us more time to hang out with Sully and Mike, because I feel like they're a pair that could be put into any kind of situation and it would be comedy gold.
Yeah. And John Goodman and Billy Crystal never disappoint with their roles. They're just too funny. I'm looking very forward to their Disney Plus show that's coming up in soon.
The end where Mike says, "I missed my old car."
Yeah.
The slaps. I was very surprised by how brutal the slapstick got in this one. Like, it was very funny.
And since John Goodman is in this, I'm imagining Sully's dialogue replaced with Walter from The Big Lebowski when he's destroying what he thinks is the kid's car.
This is what happens when you find a man in the Alps.
When you find a stranger in the Alps. TV friendly releases. Gotta love them.
Yeah.
I also love when the straw that breaks the camel's back with Mike is just when Sully's just adjusting the mirror and he just breaks it off by accident. That is what just sets Mike off to know when he's like, "Get out of my car! Get out of my car!"
Yeah, so much of it is just confined to the car. So to have all that action, funny just in a tiny space.
Do you think this
bottle episode?
Oh yeah, that's funny. Mm-hmm. And you just like see all the craziness happening from the outside perspective, and a guy sees it and just runs away.
That's one of my favorite jokes to do in animation. Just seeing like a different perspective of something chaotic going on.
Like in Finding Nemo.
Cracks me up. Yeah.
Oh God, the dentist.
Do you guys think that this canonically happened before or after the events of Monsters, Inc.?
I think it happened after.
Because he got a different car in the beginning of Monsters, Inc. So I take it he's pretty indecisive with his car.
Okay. So at this point in the world's lore, they had moved on to laughter.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, I get behind that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor at Disney World. You know the acronym. MILF.
Wait a minute. Wait, really? How did that happen?
Monsters Inc. laugh floor, Tomorrowland.
How did that happen?
I don't know. They just weren't doing their jobs.
Is that what wait, where did that appear?
Disney World, Tomorrowland.
Oh.
Monsters Inc. laugh floor.
God, why would they do that?
Was this before that acronym was repurposed into what it is now, or concurrent?
Well, it was after American Pie in '99, so I think so.
There we go. Oh man,
I like my men.
Moving on.
I like my men like I like my wine, aged to perfection.
Oh man, Carl Weezer would love that place.
We have Bounden also.
Yeah,
this one's okay.
Yeah, this one my cousins said they didn't really like. They thought it was just kind of, well, hey, we have Bud Lucky doing a solo. That's pretty incredible.
Bud Lucky is definitely the best part of this short.
He also has a role in the movie that this is paired with, The Incredibles.
That's right, he did. And he would also be the voice of Eeyore in the 2011 Winnie the Pooh film.
And also the clown from Toy Story 3, the not terrifying clown.
Right.
Yeah, Chuckles. You know, I remember when Chuckles was revealed in Toy Story 3, when we just saw him telling that story, everyone was cracking up in the theater when he was revealed.
Were they still cracking up by the end of the tale?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they were.
I think Bud Lucky did most of the scripts, but yeah, this one's pretty typical. It's pretty kiddie, for lack of a better word. But hey, we had a jackalope out of this.
That's
fun
cool.
fact, those horns are actually malignant tumors.
I want to say when I started seeing like all the animals dancing, the only thought going through my mind was this just looks like one of those crappy Jamster apps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know if those existed in '04, but whatever. But yeah, I went to Colorado and they explained how the jackalope legend got started.
How was that?
They saw rabbits with a rare disease that gives them malignant tumors that look like antlers.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like this. How did the story of jackalopes get started, Grandpa? Everyone saw that short called Bounded, and we all got freaked out.
Yeah, there are some taxidermists who do fake ones, though.
I'm sure people will believe it.
Yeah, and then after Bounded, we have an incredible short, Jack Jack Attack. There's also the bonus feature of Mr. Incredible and Pals, with like a Clutch Cargo short.
Oh boy!
Let's talk about Jack Jack Attack first.
Yeah, Jack Jack Attack.
This is one of those I actually did see. Some cousins were watching it on the DVD, and the short was playing.
Yeah, we had the DVD of Incredibles as well, so I also saw this one before.
Yeah, it's one of those that's a perspective flip. You see the events of the movie from another character's point of view.
I really love shorts like that because it helps expand on the lore.
This is the one with the BS joke, right?
Yep, the one with Syndrome.
Agent, also voiced by Bud Lucky.
He considered having it say BS for babysitter.
Right.
You can understand why that would work.
And she just like bought it full turkey because she just wanted to do whatever she could to like not have to take care of this kid anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kari's a bit of a story. I wish we'd seen more of her, like giving her a little bit of a role in another project.
Oh well.
Yeah.
It's possible that her memory is completely like all like mushed up now because it's not an exact science as we learn in the sequel.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I like
also Kari's
Jack
voice
Jack.
actress is also one of the creators and lead voices in one of the SparkShorts.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll get to that. Yeah, she got promoted. And then we have Mr. Incredible and Pals, the show within the show.
I trust you, Mr. Incredible.
Watch this with commentary. Watch it with commentary. It's funny.
Was this released without commentary? I thought it was released specifically with the commentary.
It was.
Yeah, there's
there are two
version, but then there's the one where Mr. Incredible and Frozone do recaps in character. Wait, why does everyone have lady lips?
Yeah, I've only seen the version with the actual commentary over it, and I was dying while watching it. It's like, did they make me white? They made me white!
Oh dear.
I can't believe they got away with that.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder whatever happened to Mr. Skipper Do.
And eventually,
You didn't have to go the extra mile with that commentary. It's basically an in-universe mystery science theater.
like Mr. Incredible like is trying to defend the short like throughout the whole thing, but eventually he loses it as well. Like, I don't know why the rabbit's there, okay? I don't know. I think this might be one of the first 2D hand-drawn things Pixar's ever done.
Yeah.
If you consider it to be animation, I mean, it's cut out.
I mean, they are bringing life to inanimate objects, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is kind of a homage to Clutch Cargo, 60s, which apparently Clutch Cargo is really good, but looks really cheap.
The crazy kids like, oh, the Clutch Cargo! It's so crazy.
Yeah, but after that we return to the theatricals. We have one-man band.
This one's okay.
I really like the music in this one.
Yeah, the main characters are named Bass and Treble. That's pretty interesting.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the message of this one is that they were trying too hard to make money, and then the little girl just like played the violin really well and got like a big fat stack of cash. And it goes to show that you don't need to go over the top. You just like focus on one thing you're good at. You don't have to like encompass everything.
Yeah, this one's pretty funny, but this one I felt was pretty skippable, even my marathon where I saw them all. Then at the Cars DVD, we had that, and we also had the Ghost Light.
The Ghost Light. This one actually scared me as a kid a little bit.
Yeah, this is probably, for me, the highlight of the Cars stories, because it's got a good tale, it's got some decent horror, and it's got a fun twist at the end.
Yeah.
Like, he sees the screaming banshee.
Better get out of here. There's a banshee around here someplace. Good night.
All right. Man, I forgot how funny and scary this one was. I'm very glad.
It ties in with the movie. They took a throwaway line and made a whole short about it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm very glad that I'm revisiting all of these shorts.
Yeah, I'm glad I watched most of these fresh. I didn't see some of the feature ones, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we can discuss those.
I think Mater and the Ghost Light was more or less a good swan song for Joe Ramp's career.
Right. Aw, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
But not a bad swan song if you ask me, because I mean, yeah, you're right. This is definitely one of the best things to come out of the Cars franchise.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, and then they had to milk the Mater stories to death.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored those Mater shorts as a kid. I don't know if they hold up though. I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, but they also brought back
those are just nice breathers between Disney Channel shows.
Yeah, but they actually brought back most of the original voice casts. That was impressive. For a 6-minute short.
Yeah, because normally whenever normally Owen Wilson gets replaced by Keith Ferguson or someone else, but Larry the Cable Guy, like, I don't think he's ever been replaced.
Nope.
Yeah.
Who else would voice him?
I mean, nobody else sounds like Larry the Cable Guy.
I think he even voiced Mater in the State Farm commercials.
Damn.
Well, I guess he was already out there doing the Prilosec commercials, so I guess he figured he might as well do that as well.
Right. And then we go back to the theatrical shorts with Lifted.
This is a funny one. I like it takes the whole concept of alien abduction and makes it feel like a driver's ed test.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got with it too. And we get a Wilhelm scream at the end.
Uh-huh. Could this also be connected to Ratatouille? Because that guy they're trying to abduct looks like Linguini.
Maybe.
Is this possibly where where he lived before the events of the film?
Perhaps.
Or perhaps it probably has nothing to do with the fact that they had a model on hand, a 3D model on hand.
Yeah. I was impressed they were able to find a guy who looked just like Linguini in real life for the musical. That was pretty cool.
Oh, wow. I gotta see that musical sometime.
I think it's still on YouTube, but check that out. But yeah, Lifted, it's funny, it's quaint, and it's like the DMV thing. But
I really like those alien designs.
Yeah, they look alien. They're pretty gooey, but still kind of relatable.
And what? I believe this is. I watched this. This is one of the ones I watched very recently.
From the Rat?
Yes.
I showed this to my parents right after Ratatouille because I would have to Wesley explain all of rodent history to them.
I love that little song at the end.
Oh yeah.
How accurate would you say this short is?
Fairly accurate. It was well researched. I heard all about the rat stuff before, but I will say this: Alberta is not the only place to eliminate rats. New Zealand is doing so.
Okay. It felt nice hearing just like Patton Oswalt and Peter sewn together again. So that much like Mike's new car, it was a nice little treat seeing characters I enjoyed in a wacky situation.
Yeah, but rats are noted for their high intelligence and their politeness. if something were to happen to humans, rats would probably inherit the earth.
Wow.
It's great. Craziest thing about. Do you think maybe that short caused people to want to befriend more rats, or do you think they kind of understood from the little disclaimer joke at the very end that don't take this too seriously?
Maybe a little of both, but lab rats I've heard are pretty sanitary. Touch a lab rat.
Unless they're the kind that want to take over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this one. It was great showing it to my parents. And then after that, we have the one paired with Wally. Presto!
Hello, Presto!
I think this might actually be. It's definitely in my top 3 shorts of all of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember this one. I remember seeing this in the theaters.
Yeah, it's like a Looney Tunes short. We were dying watching this.
This is one of the ones that I went into completely blind. Like, I knew nothing about it before I watched it today, and I was very pleasantly surprised by the energetic slapstick and how much they were able to do with the concept of just like these 2 hats. The whole time I was thinking, oh man, Pixar's really thinking. Now they're thinking with portals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did
Like-
you see Wally in theaters?
No, I did not.
Huh. Well, this was the one that was paired with it, and I think it's a pretty good pairing because it uses a fantasy concept and it takes it to its full potential. And it's really classic. Just give him the darn carrot already.
Yeah, like the magician is just digging his own grave when he just doesn't give his rabbit his fucking meal. He's just asking to be horribly mangled by him.
But that's what makes the comedy satisfying.
Yep.
And it's nice to see them get along at the end as well.
Yeah, I'm glad he does get the carrot at the end. That's a nice little payoff.
Yeah, like I heard the director of this would go on to make Storks, which I haven't seen. Is it worth seeing the movie Storks? I've heard mixed things about it.
It's pretty funny. It places. It has its moments.
Yeah.
I have never seen that film, so I have no comment.
I forgot that movie
But,
was a thing.
Yeah, but after Wally in theaters, we have on the DVD Bernie.
Ernie.
Yet another one of those shorts that give us perspective of a different character from a one-off joke.
Yeah, it was
Not
pretty
to
funny.
be confused with the Bernie from The Incredibles.
Right.
Yeah.
They spell it differently.
Yes.
I believe it was totally on purpose.
Yeah, but he just tries to fix things. Weird. We get a highlight reel of the movie, and the ending's pretty crazy.
The one thing that bothers me is that the timelines don't quite add up, because it's like, as Wally's entering, like, he has to go back and get a new thing, and then all of a sudden it jumps like straight to the scene where the plant gets like shot out of the escape pod. Like, I feel like you skipped a bit too far ahead there.
Yeah. Maybe it's just an abridged version or a retelling of events. Those rarely add up.
It was even though the supply. What was the name of the droid that was giving him the stuff?
I forget.
Well, like each time he came back, he was just like more and more like annoyed. But by the end, like he was like Supplier. Yeah. By the end, Supplier was just like there, because like you could tell that he was very upset that that was broken again.
Yeah, and then they play Ode to Joy at the end.
And it even continued to play during his failure moment.
Yep. But after that we have Partly Cloudy.
I think this is probably my favorite one, actually. No, not this one. I got confused.
Bird.
It's the short after this one. Partly Cloudy's pretty good.
Yeah, Partly Cloudy's pretty good. The stork deserves a medal for putting up with all that.
Is that the only cloud that makes the crazy animals? Like, there has to be other clouds.
Yeah.
There has to be other storks that could maybe like take the workload off.
Right. But I like the tenacity and patience of this one. They have a really good dynamic, and for a 6-minute short to show all of that, it's pretty cool.
See, maybe this is the short that gave inspiration to storks.
Right. Where babies come from, but nobody really believes the stork anymore. Everyone kind of knows now.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember seeing a funny version of it from an old like Looney Tunes short where like the stork came and then brought put the pillowcase on the doorstep, and then a baby opened the door and is like, "Mama, Dada," and then like parents came out of the sack.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then we have.
Maybe it's like.
We have two tie-ins.
Never mind.
And then we have two tie-ins with Up. We have two little special ones. Doug's Special Mission, which is a perfective flip, and George and AJ, which kind of sort of is also, but goes into its own thing.
I remember these two.
I just watched George and AJ Fresh. That one I missed.
I ran out of time to watch this one, so I don't have anything to say.
One thing I'll say about George and AJ though is Russell's voice really dropped. They made him sound like a teenager in this one.
Oh, well, that's because he was voiced by Peter Sohn. I'm looking at it now.
Huh.
Yeah, Peter Sohn was his inspiration for his design, I think.
Yeah, he was, and I guess the kid just was too old. I don't like his voice changed too much. Although, what makes you wonder why they didn't just get another kid?
Yeah, and then we also had Doug's Special Mission, where apparently
this one also felt very Looney Tunes inspired.
Yeah, you said this one kind of confused you though.
Elaborate.
Never mind. It must have been partly Cloudy that did it, but yeah, this was Doug, where he's just kind of a screw up.
It's funny because he doesn't even really do anything. He does exactly what he's told, and like the circumstances of the world that just happens to mess things up for the other dogs. Like he stayed in the hole like he was told, but then the hole started sinking. Like he couldn't control that.
Plot convenience.
And it does retroactively make his first meeting with Carl and the kid. Oh, Russell. Sorry, Carl and Russell a bit more heartwarming because it's clear to tell that he is not very happy with the life that he has, and he wanted to be someone else's dog.
Yes, I do interpret all the shorts as canon, so this was pretty touching.
So yeah, nice little justice for him, because Doug is good, and he should never be called bad.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then we go to the theatrical short, Day and Night. This one was pretty clever. I really liked this one.
Okay, remember when I said Partly Cloudy was my favorite? That's because I thought we were talking about Day and Night. This is my favorite Pixar short.
Yep, Day and Night is awesome.
I like the little blends of styles and the way they bounce off each other and how the two come each other by the end. That was pretty nice.
It's the creativity with the different environments. Like when he gets up, he gets next to a waterfall and he makes like a ha sound, and then when Night starts like punching him a bunch, you hear like the lumberjack hitting the tree and he falls over with the tree.
Right.
Yeah. There's so many great visuals. So many creative flair.
Are these parallel universes at play here, or are they different parts of the globe? Pretty interesting.
I think they're time zones, yeah.
Oh, time zones. That would explain it. And it's pretty nice to see them become friends at the end and learn a little bit about each other.
And like that whole radio speech was very touching as well.
Yeah, it was.
But
nice.
I embrace the unknown. I love the unknown.
Yeah, the exploration of the new, as Anton Ego would put it.
And this was also one of the first Pixar shorts to heavily utilize hand-drawn animation, and it really brings out the personality of these characters.
And it won't be.
It really does.
They go more and more to 2D. I'm glad they give 2D animators. Next up, we have La Luna. Enrico Caras. And this was Enrico Casarosa's personal project.
This was a really pretty one.
It was pretty.
I didn't think there was a whole lot of substance to it, but I did like how it looked. It looked pretty nice. It kind of felt like a kid's story, like a bedtime. Have any of you guys seen The Little Prince?
Yes.
It kind of reminded me of The Little Prince.
Yeah, I could see that. I do like the idea of like 3 different generations working together, like having clashing ideals, but at the end of the day, they still love each other despite.
Like the Joestars.
Like the what?
The Joestars from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Still haven't seen it.
But I think Stardust Crusaders. Yeah, so La Luna, the other Stardust Crusaders.
Oh my gosh.
An emphasis on star.
So I guess they had to get sent up there. I guess their job is just that they're moon maintenance people.
Mm.
And I can't imagine how difficult the day was when they had to clean up Eggman's mess.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Like, that must have been quite the day at the office for them.
Yeah, but this one was just really cute, and I liked it, and it was pretty good. And it left a bigger impression on me than Brave.
This
It did.
This is true.
Yeah.
That being said, I did watch Brave. I did not watch Brave in theaters, so I assume it probably would have if I did.
Right. And then we go from that, speaking of Brave, to The Legend of Mor'du, where they explain the backstory.
I haven't seen this one.
This is a baffling one to me because with some of these shorts, it's like they include things that they happen in the context of the universe, but you didn't really need them in the story because, in fact, if they were in the story, it probably would have like ruined the pacing a little bit. So you understand why it's not in the actual movie itself. I don't understand why this is not in the movie because like this seems pretty important backstory.
There is a prologue.
Yeah, but it doesn't like go as in depth as this one does.
Yeah, apparently Brenna Chapman's original concept would be about Mor'du's redemption and Merida trying to find her bravery to face Mor'du. That would have been interesting.
And why the film would have been called Brave. Because Merida doesn't do anything brave in the movie.
Well, actually, it was The Bear and the Bow at first, but yeah, that would give it a justification to have the one-word title.
Well, that's the problem, is that you could name any film about a hero's journey. You could call any hero's journey film Brave, because it's such an all-encompassing word that it could apply to literally anyone. You could call Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Brave. You could call Toy Story Brave.
Brave. Sorry, I had to.
What?
I was saying Brave. Yeah.
What?
He was singing the song Brave by Sarah Bareilles.
Which got Katy Perry into the hot water for plagiarism.
Oops.
But
by the way, John Tron's version of Firework is always the best one. Don't at me.
Yeah. Yeah, we have that. Yep. Then we go to The Blue Umbrella.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
This is where I started to realize that Pixar is probably a bit too obsessed with giving inanimate objects different personalities, because it's like, with the toys, I get it. I also understand with animals, but literally with every single like part of the world, I was beginning to think, okay, this is beginning to be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Like, you're not Mickey Mouse.
And this is another silent film. Pixar does really great with silence.
I do like appreciate the contrast of the two umbrellas and the way that they interacted, like when they first met. Like, I thought there were some nice little character animation details there. I don't understand though why it always has to be the same colors to denote if a guy is a guy or a girl is a girl. Because, you know, why not make the guy pink or make the girl like green? You know.
Yeah, blue is sometimes associated with femininity. Look at Alice in Wonderland. You can make
exactly. But I don't know, like because of the '80s and the whole because toy aisles were always separated into blue versus pink. I guess that's probably where it got started.
Right. After The Blue Umbrella, we have here Party Central. This was not shown before a Pixar movie. It was before Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh, yeah, like Monsters University.
This is this is probably my favorite thing having that is related to Monsters University. I really liked this one.
Yeah.
It was funny. They're once again playing with the concept of portals and just how many things they can fit into it. And then the final image of the man opening the door and just like seeing just like the on fire crowd and all the monsters. Just like it looked like a imagery from Doom.
Yeah.
It's so good.
No, that was pretty crazy. Best party ever. Well, yeah, but
although the timeline is a bit confusing to me for that one, though. Like, when did it happen?
I don't know.
Oh well.
But yeah, it's so funny. After that, we have a music video of sorts. Lava.
Ah, yes. I like the song. It's a good. I like the use of ukulele. That doesn't get enough love in theater in movies, I believe.
Yeah, it's Geology 101. Volcanoes rise, then they give way to the oceans, then other volcanoes rise to their place. It's basically what's happening in Hawaii.
Can a volcano rise again if it's already lowered?
I think so. I have to look at. I've heard an extinct volcano can come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that the volcanoes themselves were actually inspired by the main characters of the Honeymooners.
Huh.
Like the design of them.
I can see that. One of these days.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cool.
The geology was pretty well designed, I feel.
Right. Then we had another Inside Out one. Riley's first date, following up on the best joke from the movie.
Girl.
I will say I appreciate that this one helped give us a bit more insight as to what the boy is actually like when he gets to actually be normal around Riley once the whole like first sight jitters like have passed him. Like we see he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
And by the way, gonna get on my soapbox here. My personal philosophy is you can't date until you can drive, because that gives you some sustenance and some self-sustainability. But I'm glad how she says it's not a date, Mom.
I love Discuss's reaction to her mom trying to be cool. Faux cheesy.
I think my favorite part about that is how like joy and disgust and sadness are react to it, but fear and anger are just left in like stunned silence about it.
Yeah.
Like,
and love the AC/DC appreciation. It's always nice.
Yeah.
AC/DC is my brother's favorite band of all time, and so I'm sure he would have appreciated it as well if he had seen this one.
Not a bad choice. They're
guys, I know a good song that AC/DC can cover. You want to know what it is?
Well, what?
Triple Income will make you smile.
I used that joke in the first episode.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Speaking of, have any of you heard the album they released last year?
I've heard parts of it.
I've heard a few songs of it, and it sounds exactly like something that could have been on Back in Black. Consistency, right. That's their mantra.
That does sound cool.
Nick, have you heard Back in Baroque, the string quartet tribute to AC/DC?
I have not, but now I'm intrigued.
I will say, even if the short wasn't good, I appreciate its existence because it gave way to easily one of the best vines I've ever seen in my life, where it's the dad being like, I was in a band once, and then it cut to the mustache man in the YMCA music video.
That has perfect meme potential.
It was so good.
After that, we had another personal one from an animator, Sanjay's Super Team. Now, this one's pretty cool. It was with The Good Dinosaur, and The Good Dinosaur also had the trailer for Captain America Civil War. I knew a lot of people who went in, they bought the ticket, they went to see the Civil War trailer and the Sanjay Super Team, and left.
Oh, man. Oh.
That is so.
How unfortunate.
It's funny and depressing at the same time.
Oh,
Super Team's pretty cool because they make the Hinduism seem like Avengers. Sanjay had a lot of cultural dysphoria with Hinduism and his own ideas, so he decided to imagine what these heroes would be like and what they meant. So you get Vishnu, you get Kali, I think, you get Hanuman.
I really appreciate. Oh,
And it's the stories all together. What'd you appreciate, Carrick?
whenever these shorts like get very personal, because like it's clearly this whole thing was meant as a love letter to his dad, and even at the very beginning it said based on a true story, mostly.
Yeah, and you get to see the picture of the real Sanjay with his dad. And it's this type of personal touch that would carry on into SparkShorts, which we're coming up on.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, the SparkShorts are good.
Sorry guys.
Welcome back.
Sorry
What
about that. Okay, so as obvious, I'm visiting with my parents for the weekend, and they needed my help preparing some things outside for because it started sleeting and getting very icy.
Ooh.
You can like put some elevator music in between there if you want.
That was the plan. We were going to go to marine life interviews next, though full disclaimer, I have not seen any of the feature related ones. So I've seen all the SparkShorts theatrical related ones. Marine life interviews is a mystery to me. So
I have seen this one very recently, and I thought it was very cute. It was a cute film. It was Jacques Cousteau's son. I forget what his name is, but
Philippe.
Michelle.
Philippe.
Wait, let me make sure. This
Son. Philippe was on the ill-fated expedition that cost Steve Irwin his life.
Oh,
I remember.
wait. Oh, I guess I haven't seen Marine Life Interviews. I'm thinking of a different thing.
Yeah, bonus feature probably, but yeah, marine life interviews. I think we'll skip.
Have you guys, since we're on the subject of Cousteau, have you ever seen the short from Finding Nemo called "Exploring the Reef"? It's with Jean-Michel Cousteau. He's going through the ocean. A live action.
That's the one. That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, and he's accompanied by Marlin, Nemo, and Dory. And they do nothing.
That's the one I was trying to think of.
And they
Sorry,
do bring up some facts, but they mostly just annoy the heck out of him.
And every time he says his name, like the music plays, he keeps getting frustrated by it.
Yeah, do 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 do.
Yeah, Jean-Michel Cousteau. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, the son, his grandson is Philippe, who owns a house near me in Alexandria.
Cool.
Neat.
Same as Dave Grohl.
And
Yeah.
that was what I was thinking of. So I guess I have not seen Marine Life Interviews.
And neither have
Skip.
I.
I have actually seen Piper.
I love this one. It is so good and cute, wholesome.
Yeah, I remember this one too.
And the water effects and the little bird.
The grades of sand.
Yeah. There's a reason this got Pixar back to winning Oscars.
And the little hermit crab family showing him a different way was so dang wholesome. I love crap like this. It's so good.
Yeah, it's got the whole ecosystem. You have the little Piper, and the movements are very accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like Pixar should hire me to sell their stuff. Like, Pixar, you're gonna love their crap.
Might want to change the crap, but otherwise, yeah. Then we have another feature-related one. I have not seen Miss Fritter's Racing School.
I have not as well.
Skool, so I had to pronounce it school.
Miss Fritter's Racing School.
Yeah, because poor literacy is cool.
I have I who spelled that? Christopher Robin.
Right. And then yeah. Then we go to another one, Lou. I have seen Lou.
I saw this one too.
This is a very interesting one. I found like the concept of all the lost and found junk being good. I actually like that design of inanimate objects because I told you I'm getting a little numb to the whole idea of making inanimate objects real, but this was actually very creative use of that because it was all the different objects like forming one single entity together. I like that.
Amalgamation of everything.
And the kid had a nice little redemption arc there, and which is nice to see.
Yeah. And then you have Lou himself, who's a bit of a twist.
It's very good character animation in this one, I feel.
Yep. Yeah, the Lou. Then we had the sequel to Jack Jack Attack, Auntie Edna. I did not see this one either.
I
saw it. It was really funny.
People were wondering why Edna wasn't in more of Incredibles 2. This is why. This is the reason why. They were saving her for this little short.
I'll watch this as soon as we're done. So.
On the subject of Incredibles, have you guys seen that Mr. Krabs Bloodlust video yet? Like someone said that has Incredibles music.
I have seen that one.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
A while ago.
I was very... SpongeBob is a hero that we all deserve.
Yeah.
Well, he sacrificed himself for the good of fish kind.
I think my favorite of that is the Shining scene, and they just put in, "Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs." They put in the string with Squidward.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
I feel like I should check out more of Aunt Blemin's old YouTube poops. At least the ones that have been recovered.
Right. Oh yeah, when he was in his prime, he was great.
Then we have the last of the theatrical shorts to date, and a very powerful one, Bow.
Oh, this was a weird one.
Oh.
I told you guys that I watched Incredibles 2 in theaters with my family, and they were so weirded out by this one. Like, what the hell happened?
Like, I get the idea of this short, but it's just, ugh. Like, the fact that
I interpret the part of the dumpling to be an allegory. Like, it's the events that would happen, but told a different way.
So she ate her son?
No.
Yes, she ate her son.
that's a nice imagery to think about.
Yeah, but this is something all parents go through, kinda, sorta, except without the eating part.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I do like how his girlfriend like picked up on the food making like right away, and they all like clapped. That was cute.
Yeah, really
yeah, but like just like the opening of the show, she's made the dumb in the movie, just goes wah, and it's like what are you doing? Like what?
Well, at least it's not Tin Toy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This one also
or the Arnold Schwarzenegger baby.
No.
Oh,
Too much of that.
Oh,
from yeah, you know the one.
Junior?
Yes.
This one also won the Oscar, and that's it for the theatricals. We get Lamp Life afterwards. I have not seen this. Tie into Toy Story 4, and it's a Disney Plus exclusive.
It's pretty good. It's a nice little world builder of catching us up with what Bo Peep had been up to during the time in between 4 and 3. So I appreciate that it exists.
I should do that one to watch. I haven't had time to watch that one yet.
It's one of the ones where Tom Hanks is replaced by his brother, and I still can't believe how similar those two sound to each other.
Yeah.
But then did you hear how he sounded in Kingdom Hearts 3 when Woody gave that epic speech to the bad guy?
I have seen that one. That is a really... I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3, but I've seen that clip on Twitter. It's very cool.
Just the fact that Woody just talks down to this guy. He's just a toy, but he says, "Sounds like no one has ever loved you before." I'm like, damn, Woody! Like, that's some shade under that cowboy hat of yours.
I wonder if Jim Hanks is fine with the career he has of basically filling in for his much more popular brother.
Yeah.
I'm sure he loves it.
It's a living.
It's a living.
Commercials.
I think I would be fine with it.
Yeah, it's a living. It's pretty cool. But then after that, we had Pixar's ambitious project, where they give one animator 6 months and a tight budget to make whatever they want. It can be as adult or as kid friendly as they want, and it's all Disney Plus. It is SparkShort.
Yay!
Oh, I'm so happy that this project exists. It is so like crazy, like the amount of ambition and creativity that all these animators were allowed.
They can go off the wall and be as PG-13 as they want, and it's cool. The first,
I guess they haven't gotten to like Love, Death, and Robots levels of crazy yet, but we're getting there.
Give it time. First up is Pearl.
I like this one.
What's the difference between a BMW and a porcupine? With a porcupine, the pricks are on the outside.
And they also say ass.
Yeah.
A Pixar.
If finance doesn't like it, they can kiss our ass.
Yay!
Yeah.
I feel this is a good one because it helps put into perspective why diversity in the workplace is such a big deal. Because yeah, it is something that needs to be talked about more often, and there's a reason why it's important. And they managed to tell it in a really creative and not annoying way, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the thing about this. The metaphor is not subtle in the slightest, but it's still very on point.
Yeah, it came out right after the John Lasseter scandal, so...
And even though like the metaphor is obvious, I appreciate it for the fact that it gives us a very creative imagery with the yard itself, and how during her fantasy she's like throwing up yard.
Oh God, yeah.
Stuff like that's great.
Yeah,
this short is unbelievable.
Yeah, before that, we have the closest thing to Love, Death, and Robots, Smash and Grab.
Yeah, because it's got actual robots and possibly death.
And possible love.
This one was alright. I kind of forgot a little bit about it before I rewatched it again, but I like the designs. It's like real steel, but good.
Exactly. I feel of all the ones, this is probably the most forgettable, but that's okay because it's still really good. It's just the other ones have like so much crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, this
designs
one
of the robots are great.
I recently ranked these on Twitter. I put this one at the bottom, mostly by default.
Yeah, that's a problem though, because it's got competing with all these other crazy shorts.
Exactly.
But it's still good.
Yeah.
And after that comes Pitbull, my personal favorite.
It's my favorite too.
This one broke my heart. It's
like a Ghibli movie done by Pixar. It's got all the textures. It personifies animals.
I showed this one to both of my roommates, and they're both like they're kind of I would consider them pretty masculine dudes. Like they drink, they work out and stuff, but they were brought to tears by this one because like holy crap.
Yeah,
when the dog started wagging his tail, like my one of my roommates was like, "Okay, I can't take it anymore. It's too much." And then when we got to the end, they were like, "Ah!"
Oh boy!
I did post that picture of myself, like with my genuine like face after watching this film.
I remember that.
I do too.
It was just like I was just so in the moment. Like I love this short so much.
Remember, kids, pit bulls are your friends.
Seriously, pit bulls deserve love and no hate.
Yeah.
They were not trying to fight.
I owned a pit bull. She was the sweetest thing ever. She was one of the sweetest little dogs you could ever get.
I believe in the pity nation, as they call it.
Yeah.
And I remember the moment when like the dog got like kicked out of the building. I was like, "Oh my god, we're going there?" Like because I immediately put two and two together. I was like, I didn't realize we were going that far.
Yep. After Kit Bull comes Float, a pretty interesting short done from the perspective of a parent, which made it
a single parent.
Yeah,
it seems like a single father, no less.
Yeah, again, a lot of Pixar movies do deal with fatherhood and being a parent, but this one really hits it out. And he's the father of an autistic child.
Or a child with that's different, so to speak.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, but the funny thing is, he says normal. But in all my nearly 26 years, I have never met a person either normal.
Yeah, I felt like the fact that was the only spoken line in this whole thing kind of made it like hit home even further and like made it feel even more impactful.
Yeah, they talk about normal, but in the immortal words of the pop star Miguel, what's normal anyway?
I think I guess I can't think of anything that would be normal.
Right.
So the only normal thing I can't think of is SpongeBob as a cube.
Right.
Hi, how are ya?
The only normal thing I can think of is the city in Illinois.
Normal Illinois, right.
Mm-hmm. Right near the State Farm headquarters.
Yeah. And
Wonderful weather we're having,
Kind of reminds me of boring Oregon.
I don't know.
Or
It's
Fuku,
almost
Austria.
like it became
Yeah, which is changing
normal.
the spelling of its name, apparently.
It's a shame. I remember
No.
the state of Florida changed its 420 mile signs to 419.99 because people couldn't do it.
To me, I think the most normal thing is normal Squidward. Hi, how are ya?
How are you? Oh man.
Right.
Yeah, I think I really like the part where they were just like laughing and swinging on the swing set together.
Yeah.
It felt like a nice payoff to the whole
And
thing.
It kind of also reminds me of X-Men, because there's a whole subplot about X-Men being born into human society and having them be the outcast.
Right.
Yeah, and they're born with the X gene that nobody knows how to discipline. But then with Professor Xavier, they can turn that into a strength.
He should just take it to the school for gifted youngsters.
Right. Yeah. After float comes wind, or is it wind?
Pretty.
I think it's
actually
wind.
It could be both.
Yeah.
You
You made me think of
decide.
that line from The Simpsons. Bart, run like the wind! Mom, it's wind. I've only read it in books.
Yeah, basically, this short is an extended version of Bing Bong's Sacrifice from Inside Out.
Yeah. I will say, this was the one that I was the most disappointed with, because when I saw the thumbnail for it on Disney Plus, I thought it was going to be another hand-drawn animation, but then when I saw it was CG, I was like, oh man. This it's still good, but it's just like, I wanted to see more Kitbull kind of like style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
We'll
doing
get some of that
asteroid
later on.
farming.
Which we will talk about soon, but
That's pretty good mineral farming. That's cool.
yeah, this was a good one. Nice little they make a potato depressing, so kudos to them.
And I haven't seen a potato that depressing since Portal 2.
Right.
I still need to play that game.
And then after wine comes another one about a kid who's not normal. Loop.
Oh yeah, this is a very revolutionary one when you think about it, because it actually stars an autistic person as an autistic character.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, was that so hard?
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, it amplifies.
I've seen promotions of that movie, and oh my god, it looks awful. I felt
looks
uncomfortable.
worse than I could have imagined.
Here's the thing: in defense of Sia, I don't think it was done out of malice. I think it was done more so out of ignorance.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
But it really captures that feeling of isolation and of being different well.
And you also you understand the perspective of I don't know what the other kid's name is, but
Marcus.
I believe you.
I just looked it up.
Marcus, it was frustrating for him, figuring out how to deal with it, but he started to become more and more patient with her, and as it went on, he also grew to understand her as well, and that was very touching too. Like he even like when the part where he was like running his hand through the wheat or cattails.
I think it's cattails or
through the cattails. He started to understand like her why it was comforting to her. It was really cool.
After Luke comes the big gamble. Out.
Oh boy, out. This one.
This was.
I was not expecting this one at all.
Yeah, this one was cray. They have the bicolors everywhere.
And the fact this is one of those ones where I could actually deal with the one word title because it's actually fitting.
Yeah.
And with Soul, I wasn't expecting it to go down the body swap route, but it actually leads to some very fun comedy moments as well as drama. And like when he's a dog and he realizes that his mother knew the entire time, like I almost started to tear up a little.
Same here. Yeah. That was like an oh shit moment for me.
Like like it was just so heartwarming. I loved it.
I smiled so much when I heard that.
Yeah, and the art style, it's a pretty blend of that looks like 2D. It looks oil painted almost.
Yeah. It reminds me of Skyward Sword's art style. Is really pretty.
Really?
Yeah, look kind of like watercolor blending of pastel, like you said. It's really good.
Yeah. By the way, that cat and dog at the beginning and the end, I like to think it's the same cat and dog from Kit Bull.
Like they've grown enlightenment.
Yeah.
They've attained godhood. I like that idea.
Yeah, and they're also super gay.
Yeah, we must keep it gay in the words of the producers.
Right.
I just now I just always think of that one line. Quickly, darling, back in the closet. Okay.
I love that movie so much.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but the last short we're going to talk about today, the one that was supposed to be paired with Soul, but is still kind of cute in its own right, Burrow.
This is the one that I feel like compared to the other ones, it doesn't really have like an overall like message or like crazy like it could probably appear like for any other Pixar short. But that being said, I adore it. I love it so much.
It was so cute.
I love the designs of the animals. I love the intricacies of the burrow. I love the payoff at the end.
Yeah.
It's such good world building, and I really can't wait to see more hand-drawn stuff from Pixar because, like, for a company that's specialized in CG, they pull it off really well.
Yeah.
Because, like, it doesn't look like any other film. It's completely their own style.
Right.
I want to see a movie a Pixar film that goes, like, back and forth between, like, these two different worlds, one in 2D, one in 3D, because the closest we've got was the abstract thought scene from Inside Out.
Oh, just give us a little Jimmy Timmy's Power Hour.
True.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
Those movies were great.
But I think that covers most of it. I know there's some Toy Story and some Cars shorts, but we only have a limited amount of time here, and I felt it best to discuss the ones that are important to the legacy, the theatricals.
But yeah, mind if I bring up those two other shorts I was talking about, like A Lost Rose Adventure and Played with Destiny, because I like to talk about those.
Go ahead.
Talk about those.
Wesley, you want to start?
Well, I only saw Frozen Adventure. I think it's my favorite Frozen thing because I like Olaf and I like the introduction of the world and how it fleshes out. And I like the John Delancey cameo.
Yeah, Discord.
I watched it with a friend of mine who likes My Little Pony, and when he appears, like, hey, it's Discord! And she was like, oh my gosh, it's started. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Although this is a 20-minute short, right?
Yeah.
I guess not really a short, more like an episode. I remember when it was announced that they would be doing a 20-minute Frozen thing before Coco, and so many people like got a bunch of bad vibes from that. It's like because it kind of implied that Disney wasn't super confident in Coco, so they felt they needed a safety net in the form of Frozen.
Well, I'll give it this.
Yeah, I felt like
I liked
this should have been a TV special.
I'll look at this. I liked it better than Coco.
Damn,
Oh.
son.
You should watch your tongue.
I know, but I will say after some stories I wrote, like later about hearing Anna talk about dragon feet and using them as puppets is a little weird, but I can let it slide.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You were knee deep in Animation Acres at that time.
Oh yeah, like it was like 2 years. I've been writing for like 2 years. The senior used dragon feet. I'm like, okay, that's something. Moving on.
I have not seen Playdate with Destiny. You're gonna have to take it from here, Yoda Jack.
I don't even know what that short's about.
Isn't that the Simpsons one?
Played it with.
Yes.
Yep, it was Parathon. Where
I have seen that one.
it has a fantastic opening. Like it's a great way of like it actually opens similar to like a Disney short, like how they would do like from the 30s to like up to like the late 50s or 60s, and like I won't say like how they open it, but like the title card shows Disney welcomes The Simpsons, and I thought that was just really funny.
Ooh,
This was a great short as a way of help ingratiating Simpsons into the Disney family. I felt.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
Well, because like Fox had just been bought by Disney at the time, and so now this was the Simpsons' first Disney short, and so it's like Disney's way of being like, "Welcome to the family."
Yeah, I thought that was really nice. Like I kind of wish they would do more Disney related stuff with The Simpsons though. In fact, something I always thought The Simpsons would do, like they would do a ride where like they show Disney scenes and The Simpsons were like coming through them, and like they would bring in like the original Disney animators who would take the Disney scenes and like they would leave the Simpsons animation to like their stuff. It'd be kind of like really funny to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's potential there. I feel.
It'd be kind of like the Lilo and Stitch trailers, like sort of like that.
Ah, good thinking.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to know the best thing about Disney acquiring Fox? It's that It's a
What?
Wonderful Day for Pie is now officially a Disney song.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true.
Although, since we're talking about Fox, like a moment of silence for Blue Sky Studios.
Man, that was probably one of the worst days in animation, like by far. Like so many things happened were announced that day that just like this is so sad.
The Simpsons short 2, The Longest Daycare. That was Oscar nominated.
And
I
say
saw that short. Like
Scrat even made a cameo in a Family Guy episode.
Oh, yeah.
that's one of my favorite jokes in all
No,
Family
those
Guy.
are my nuts.
I think the fact that they actually got like the actual Ice Age animation and merged it with the Family animation, that was such a great touch.
It was surprisingly fitting. Like I was surprised by how well they merged.
And they even had Chris Wedge himself do the voice effect.
Yep, that is dedication.
Good on you, Family Guy.
Right. And that, and I think that's all the time we have for today. So we good?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks guys for joining us.
Thank you. Tune in next week for the Final Four.
Woohoo!
Right. Vote for Ratatouille. Vote for Ratatouille.
Yep.
Okay.
I will avenge you, Nick. I will avenge my films.
All right.
I will avenge my films.
Right. May the best film win, and by that I mean Wally.
Well,
Oh.
hey, Jackson, at least we still have Monsters, Inc.
Yep.
I did not think that film would make it so far.
I'm glad it did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
All right. Well,
You
we're signing
people.
off. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.